with that Lions team. And even though at the moment it's not final, let's just say this right now. The Lions are every bit the Super Bowl contender that the Kansas City Chiefs are. That's right. I said it. Now, the Chiefs have won 3 Super Bowls under Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. They've gone to 4 of them. They've been to the AFC Championship game every single year with Mahomes, and they'll be there again. There is no doubt in my mind we can pencil the undefeated Chiefs into the AFC title game. It just depends on who they're going to play. But we can say the same thing about this Detroit Lions squad. This is another statement. They're on the road in sloppy, mucky conditions, and they're putting it on who I believe is the second best team of the NFC. And they're creating a separation between themselves and everybody else in that conference. Now, look, this is do or die for the Lions this year. Either you get to a Super Bowl, your first one ever, or it is a failure. Make no mistake about it. There's no in between. There's no getting back to the NFC Championship game as a moral victory. There's no, we played it close. We almost got there. They have never been to a Super Bowl, and this year they got to get to one or it's deemed a failure. But this Lions team is showing again today why there is the Detroit Lions and then everybody else, the NFC. It's a nasty game. It's a windy game. It's a rainy game. And at least in the first half, we saw that offense click when it had to click. The Packers are clearly limited with a injured and hobbled Jordan Love, and the Lions have given them no life, no breathing room, no oxygen. The Packers offense has not been able to get anything going all day, so the Lions defense doing its job. And the Lions just went into a tough divisional place to play and clobbered them and sent a statement. We can talk a lot about the Eagles, and maybe they've got something left in the bag. We can talk about the Niners or their DNA. We can talk about other teams of the NFC that may or may not be able to put something together for December and January. But there are the Lions, and there's everybody else. Hey, the Falcons look good today. They've looked good a couple of times over the course of this season. But there's the Lions, and there's everybody else. And let me tell you, today is also a statement because the Lions have yet to have played outdoors until today. They had played indoors the entire season up until today. And after today, they won't go back outdoors until the third to last week of the season. You got to get to January before they'll go outdoors again. They will have only played 3 outdoor games all year when the regular season wraps up. But it just goes to show you, they can win indoors and outdoors. And with the 1 seed, they would get the bye and then 2 home playoff games. They're obviously incredibly dangerous. Dan Campbell, Jared Goff, that team, despite losing Jameson Williams on offense to the suspension, losing Aiden Hutchinson due to the injury, they have just kept this thing going. And last week was the type of statement a great team makes over a bad team. And what they did to the Titans, they dissected them like a science class frog. Today, it's different. That's a really good Packers team in really sloppy conditions. And for most of this game, the Lions have dominated. There's Detroit and everybody else in the NFC. And if it's not Chiefs and Lions in the Super Bowl, somebody had a hell of a playoff game to knock one or both of those teams off.